and welcome back to my channel. This is a reading for the new moon in Cancer that's coming up on the 10th of July. So before I get straight into it, I would just like to ask you to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you feel called to. So the energies of this new moon feel very soothing to me, which makes sense because the moon is happening in the sign of Cancer, which is all about kind of our homeliness, our safety, our security, right? The sign of Cancer often likes to make a home and often likes to feel comfortable. So I'm definitely experiencing this moon as quite a comforting moon, and I hope that you guys are as well. It feels like quite a gentle moon. It feels like the energy that's being ushered in is kind of firm and sure, but definitely very gentle, definitely very peaceful. I used the word usher in, didn't I? This energy is very much about things coming into our lives that are going to have a sure foundation, a sure footing, but they're coming in very smoothly, they're coming in very gently, right? And that ties in a lot with the message that we have for today, because the message feels very strongly a message about forgiveness. And it also feels very strongly about a message of kind of laying down burdens of the past, right? So this new moon feels like a very healing time. So the new moon is a time in which the moon is, dark in the sky, so we can't actually see it in the sky. And it's often a time when there are things that we can't see going on beneath the surface. So it's a very inward time. Whereas the full moon is a time of exposure, of learning things, of things being illuminated, right? So this new moon definitely feels like a time to rest and to recuperate, to be at home, to get comfortable, to feel secure. And the message that's coming up in the cards is that while you're doing all of that, it's going to be a good time to clear out any unresolved issues from the past around forgiveness. So the first card we have is the Five of Cups in reverse. The second card we have is the Ten of Wands. And the third card we have is the Five of Swords. So this definitely feels as though any kind of unresolved kind of pain that you have from the past, so any kind of trauma, any kind of heartbreak, these things that live with us long after they've taken place, right? We all have them. We can call it baggage if we want to, we can call it memories if we want to, but it's those sad, those upsetting, those downright terrible things that have happened to us in the past that still kind of lingers with us. So the pain of it still lingers, the upset of it still lingers, any feelings we may have towards other people involved still linger. I feel like this new moon is a time in which to kind of excavate, is that the word? It's time to kind of bring those feelings to the surface in order to deal with them, right? Because it really is time to let go of those burdens. It really is time to let those things go. And I do feel like that energy of letting that go is already happening, right? So regardless of whether you're somebody who does new moon rituals or anything like that, this very process of going inward this weekend, when this new moon happens, it's going to just literally help clear out all of those old pains and resentment and upset that you may consciously or you may not even consciously feel. So the Five of Swords shows that you'll be victorious in this, but one of the things that may be holding you back from this clearing out process is how it will impact on other people involved. So say you experience some heartbreak with a particular person, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, but you were never able to sort that out with that person. So a part of you kind of unconsciously has held on to that heartbreak and that pain in order to not have to let go of that person, right? So this new moon is helping you to let go of that, but energetically the other person may well start to feel that you've let go of them. And on some level, that that's what's happening, and that's making you resistant to letting go. Does that make sense? So what I want to say is, do not worry about how this process impacts other people. It really is about you at this time. It really is about you healing wounds that are begging to be healed. Yeah, we're really being asked at this new moon to go within and to look look at those parts of yourself that have needed a little bit more tender, loving care in order for you to move forward from them, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a woman who is in her power. This is a woman who's learned from the past. This is a woman who's grown. She has some places to go still, right? She's not, done with all of her growth, but she really is much more secure in who she is, and she really understands who she is a lot more. So she has a really firm foundation to go ahead and build on. And I feel that this is you. After this new moon's kind of most acute energy has passed, as we move forward onto the full moon, you're just going to feel so much more sure of yourself when you let these things go, when you forgive what you need to forgive, when you move forward, right? It's a very beautiful message. It also feels like a very emotional message. I feel quite emotional in my body. So I feel like this could be quite an emotional time for some of you that are watching this. And I want to say go with that emotion, right? A really important way to release things is also through tears, right? Through crying, we can really let go of quite a lot of things. So this new moon, I really do feel like we're being asked to let go of things, right? Let go of things so that we can start building new. So I've got some oracle cards here. They're called the True Love Reading cards, and they're by Belinda Grace. So I actually only have, I think it's about 9 of these left. It's a long story as to why I only have 9, but I really felt called to bring these along to the read today. So I'm going to shuffle these 9 cards, and whatever one falls out is the one that we're going to use for the energy of this new moon. What do we need to see in addition to the read for this new moon? What do we need to see in addition to the read for this new moon? Sometimes shuffling takes quite some time. Oh, and it's going to be this one. Oh, such a gorgeous card. So we have the Inner Peace card, right? So you can see that she's kind of sat there in lotus position, and there are the words, "You are enough," and she's reading a book that says, "I am enough," right? And she's just chilling out. This is very much what this new moon is about. This new moon is very much about going inward, spending time by yourself, allowing the feelings to rise up, and allowing yourself to clear out anything unresolved in the past that needs to clear out, forgiving yourself and forgiving others. All right, I hope that helps, and I hope you have a wonderful new moon. Thanks so much. Bye.